Cool guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be talking about Dark Season 2. If you guys have not seen Season 1 yet, I highly recommend not watching this video because I'm going to be addressing certain things that have happened in Season 1. I'm not going to go too much into spoilers, but I'm going to be mentioning a few of the themes and some of the concepts that are introduced in Season 1. So if you do want to watch the show and you've not yet seen Season 1, I highly recommend not watching this video, save it to watch later and come back and watch it after you've seen Season 1. So Season 1 ended on a massive cliffhanger. We were introduced to a new time period on the show, 2052. So that's sort of where we end in Season 1. Everything has kind of gone crazy, everyone doesn't know what's going on, people have disappeared, no one knows what is going on, and Jonas gets stuck in the future, he gets stuck in 2052. And that's where Season 2 starts, I guess. And I had to watch a lot of recaps before going into Season 2 of Dark because this show is incredibly complex. There's actually this timeline, I guess, that I'll link in the description if you have seen Season 1 and it's been a couple of years, that you can just refer to, that just sort of ties everything together, because I was a little confused. There's a lot of families in the show, there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of time periods in the show, and trying to connect everything together can be difficult at times. So this timeline, this character sheets thingy helped me out a lot, so I'll definitely link that in the description. And if you have the time, I would actually recommend watching Season 1 again, because I think having a bit of a refresher before going into Season 2 would help a lot. I was worried about Season 2 for the show because of how good Season 1 was. Season 1 of the show introduced very strong characters, very strong leads, various different families as well, and just seeing how they have sort of interconnected throughout the past was extremely interesting, and how their past generations sort of influenced what happened to the present generation. Very interesting show. This deals with some incredibly deep concepts and themes, and there's kind of a lot of paradoxes that happen on the show, but that the show acknowledges at the same time. This show kind of just addresses it. They're like, yes, we know that this happened here, and in the past that happened there, but this is how it comes full circle. It's very interesting. The great thing about Season 2 is it feels like it is a straight continuation from Season 1. And let me try to explain that. There's stuff that happened in Season 1 that kind of wasn't fully addressed, that is addressed in Season 2, and vice versa. The show does feel like it's interconnecting, and it's connecting things that happen there to things that happen there. And it's a very complex story, but the show is so well structured, it's so well developed, and every part feels like it makes sense, and every part feels like it has a part in the overall story and overall narrative. Everything matters in the show. I feel like everything is there for a reason, and it's all connecting and it's all connected. I feel like an 8-episode structure definitely suits this show more, in my opinion. They definitely set it up for another season, which I'm incredibly excited for. I don't know how much more they can do to this sort of show because there's so much going on already, and Season 2 was extremely satisfying. It's as strong as Season 1, if not better. It does introduce a few more characters, but it also obviously keeps the characters who were in the show in Season 1, and just seeing them develop more as characters was extremely interesting, and I wasn't expecting some of the direction they took with some of those characters, which is also really cool. Another thing I absolutely love about the show is how grounded and intimate it feels. Because this show only takes place in a small German town, everything is very intimate, and you kind of get to know these characters very well, and you see how they live. You see every aspect of this town and the dynamics between each family, and also the community that they live in. It's very grounded in that community, and it doesn't ever go outside of that, which I love. That's where Stranger Things 2 lost it a bit for me, is when they went out of Hawkins, when they went out of that town. This show keeps everything in the small town Weirden, I think that's how you say its name, a small German town, and it keeps everything in there, and it's all very localized to that specific town and its community, which is awesome to see because we really do get to understand the history of that place, the future of that place, and the community of that place. This show is streaming on Netflix and Netflix only, and it is all in German. You can choose to have the English dubbed version. Do not watch that version. Seriously, it does not do justice to any of the performances in the show. Watch it in German and read the English subtitles. It's so much better, and this cast really does put everything into their roles. So I highly recommend watching the German version, the original version, and reading the subtitles. Guys, if you have seen Dark Season 2, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you are going to talk about spoilers and that, please just put spoiler at the top of your comments so people know not to read your comments. But there's obviously a lot of huge things that happen in the show, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on those. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of those things, because I know some people might not be on board with everything, but I personally loved everything. I thought it was great, and I'm very keen to see how they develop the story going forward. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Remember, you can press the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. And also, please subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here going forward. And yeah, like this video as well. But cool, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Remember, you can press the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a video. And of course, subscribe, because I would love to have you guys here going forward. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.